Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game 1, Week 4 of the Batty Overwatch League. I'm Destructive Dude with my trusty sidekick partner in crime, Tree. What's up, Tree?
What's up, man? Hopefully gonna see a good game tonight. Not a huge fan of Volskaya, 2 points in general, but hopefully we get some good play out of it.
I am excited. We have first matchup of the day is going to be Casting Couch on the attacking side. Wait, no, not on the attacking side. They switch up the colors. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's going to be Casting Couch versus Bench Life of Zach and Cody. Interesting matchup here. Really excited to see what these two teams bring out. Obviously, going back into last week, Bench Life of Zach and Cody realized that they have 30 on their team, and 30 did just what 30 normally does, which is pop off and destroy everything with his amazing hit scans. We'll see if he can ride that momentum wave coming into this week.
Yeah, I see no reason why they would switch off that. It's been working. It's gonna keep working. They're taking their sweet time figuring out what they want to do, though.
100%. And then on the defensive side, we have Casting Couch, surrounded by every caster except for a few of them, and the other casters being on Bench Life and Tree. So here we are. Casting Couch looking strong for week 1. Week 2 not as hot, but season is and then week 2 they look strong. Week 3 they look super hot, but you know, season's still strong. This is normally the turnaround week, so we'll see what kind of shenanigans they can get themselves into as they have Albino Joe and AGS0, neither of them playing Mercy this week. Interesting strategy we got going on in this first point of Volskaya.
Yeah, we'll see if Checkers can come in and rack up some more kills.
Very excited to see that as we get ready to start round 1. We'll have Bench Life starting on the attack with Casting Couch on the defensive end. They're off 30. Keep an eye out on 30, folks. He's playing his trusty McCree. Looking to do some major damage here as I have player lock out. There we go. As they're quickly, Bench Life is already moving into the small left, into the left room with the health pack, making their work around. Very classic 30 strat with the.
They're gonna have high ground here.
Yeah, getting the high ground immediately with the Mercy and the Lucio Dub Drum, getting this team up to the top, and this is where 30 is going to thrive. Taking that high ground, popping shots, as long as Valk keeps that shield up and Valk decides to go on point. They're doing a big split here, and they're deciding to bring a lot of pressure on point as Chromatic's already high energy, and the team fight is brewing here. Health bars are staying pretty similar. Nothing crazy. TK gets caught out, but he comes back as 30 gets a quick kill on Splinter. Hook resets, returning the favor, taking down Valk. It's a 5v5. Dub Drum goes down as UTech gets the hammer with the fire strike. Hook resets, gets another kill, and it looks like Casting Couch is gonna finish this one out as AJS0 takes down Chromatic. Thrifty and 30 as well go down. That's a quick fight one.
Yeah, it almost looked like Bench dropped earlier than they wanted to.
100% agree. It looked like they wanted to stay on that high ground a little bit more. Valk's Reinhardt shield was depleting, but their main strat looked to be, take the high ground as fast as possible and let 30 rain down with that McCree. And it looks like they're going to keep on that strategy. As you can see, Checkers almost having the Valk. And they almost have a grab as the tire comes out. UTech going to go with the big hammer, only going to hit Chromatic. Tire's going to get taken down as Valk gets the charge and also getting Splinter. Here comes the high noon from McCree on 30. 30's McCree not going to get any kills as Zenyatta Transcendence gets popped by AGS0. Here comes Checkers with the frag, putting damage downrange as the Valk's Mercy. And Bench Life of Zach and Cody is taking this point very handily, using almost every ult they have to take this point. But they're going to hold on to the Graviton Surge as well as a Shatter from Valkyrior. And they take point 1.
Yeah, with those ults, they're in a great spot for this next push.
Yeah,
if they can get that grab into Valk Slam for any reason, if that shield goes down, that could be a one fight real quick.
Yes, and this is like the most infamous second point besides Anubis for 2 CP in order to get this one here. But they have that grab and that big slam as well. Oh, here comes the big slam. Valkyrior is going to go and try and slam UTech. He's going to go down anyway after he gets shot. Gets bubble. TK50 going to get 1 with the spin to win. 30 takes down 1, 2, make it 3, make it 4. 30's on fire, ladies and gentlemen. All of Bench Life of Zach and Cody is on fire, and just like that, 1 fight, 1 win. Casting Couch gets eliminated. Bench Life taking the first half of Skya, and we talked about it before the match started. 30 riding the hit scan wave, absolutely destroying the other team, picking up 4 of the 6 members of Casting Couch. And if you are Casting Couch, you got to think, how do we stop 3-0?
Yeah, that was so well played. So they grabbed, and even though they only got one person in the grab, it gave them a free fucking charge out to get the Reinhardt out of there, got him down early, and then it just all fell like dominoes.
Absolutely insane. And speaking of the grab, a lot of people, when they're looking at bench life of Zach and Cody, they overlook Chromatic. Chromatic used to be a big Overwatch guy, kind of took a little bit of a break, but he's come back this season, and he mainly plays Zarya, especially with Zarya Reinhardt being pretty meta right now, very strong. And Zarya is arguably one of the best in the league in terms of tank play, right up there with the likes of Josh Danko. And Chromatic always seems to have really high energy in team fights, as well as consistently bringing the pain with those Graviton surges. And right there, that easily won them the fight. And like you said, Tree, they only got one guy, which was UTech, which was their Reinhardt in that Graviton, but that gave them the space that they needed, and all they need to do is make space so 30 can hit that M1 on some heads. That's all she wrote.
Yeah, that was a perfect opening, and then they were split from that, and it was hard for them to help their teammates. Just wiped them up. So we got a couple switches, obviously, as we're switching sides. Both sides have a Mercy now.
Both sides gonna rock the Mercy. AGS0 going out to his patent Mercy, as we see Albino Joe gonna run with that Lucio, and it looks like Casting Couch on attack here, at least for the first attempt, is gonna run a very similar comp to that of Bench Life. And here we go. Hook resets is gonna go on to the Pharah. Splinter gonna stay on. Splinter actually gonna hop onto the Reaper, and this is more of a brawl comp. This is what you kind of expect to see out of Casting Couch. Being big, using a lot of their weight to throw it around, getting big picks, allowing hook resets to thrive on the DPS, for putting a lot of space as UTech goes in headfirst. Valkyrie is gonna get that quick dash and that quick charge, and Dub Drum, 30 getting 2 kills, Dub Drum getting 1. AGS0 is going to revive hook resets. AGS0 going to use his firearm as well on the Mercy, but it is just too much as Checkers adds another one to her kill cam. Splitter's still fighting, but it looks like another fight going to be won there for Bench Life, as Casting Couch going to go back to spawn and rethink their strategy for the second fight. And we're already seeing a lot of ultis coming, getting close to being online. 30 almost having Dragon Strike, as well as Valkyrie almost having Earth Shatter. But without Bench Life having a certified hit scan besides Stormbow, it's going to be hook resets on the Pharah doing some damage, but Dub Drum getting a quick pick, as well as Valkyrie also taking down AGS0. This could already be a lost fight, as Valkyrie getting the 2-man slam, swinging that hammer, getting a bunch of picks on point. His team is cleaning up, as the quick pick from hook resets doesn't matter. They go down quickly as Bench Life takes a second fight, not using any ults besides Valkyrie or Slam, which he gets back very quickly. And here we go. Chromatic, 91 and counting on the Graviton. They get 99% and they have grab.
There's a lot of ults here, both sides.
A lot of ults on both sides. This is going to be the fight ultimate turn. As 30 gets a quick pick onto hook resets. Grab comes out. Dragon Strike comes out. This is going to be another wipe for Bench Life, as 30 is absolutely popping off. You cannot stop this man. And they only had to use 2 ults their Tree, and they didn't have to use any of their support ults, and that is huge, considering that both Valk and Transcendence do take a little bit of time to charge up, especially in this current meta. But with the amount of pressure that
this Zen ult is going to be massive coming up here, because there's a lot of DPS ults about to pop.
UTech's going to go down way too early. Splinter going to try and make up for it with this spin to win. Hook reset's going to take down 2, but it doesn't matter. Chromatic takes down 1. 30 takes down 2. Chromatic gets another 1. 30 gets a second. The entirety, that's a team kill for Bench Life. 30 and Chromatic. Somebody get these men a fire extinguisher, because they are on fire.
Yeah, they look unbreakable right now.
Absolutely insane. Here we go. Splinter's gonna go onto the Pharah, and Cal, aka Hook Resets, is gonna go onto his patented Genji. Casting Couch needs to do something quick, and they have the ult to do it. They have Utech's big hammer down, as well as grab here. Dragon Strike coming out of 30. But Reset's gonna get a quick pick on a Checkers, but it doesn't matter, as Bench Life is going to pop for Transcendence to get 4 kills in the process. This is the fight that they have to win. Splinter's gonna go down as well from Chromatic, and they're forced to back out. And it's not like Bench Life is using a crazy amount of ultimates here either. They're balancing their ult tree very, very effectively. They're winning the early fight so quickly, with 30 getting crazy amount of picks and Chromatic laying down heavy amounts of damage. Casting Couch hasn't even been able to get close to the point this entire game.
Yeah, this is their last attempt, and they are popping those ults off. They got it.
And they get a huge grab. That's a big grab, but is it a little too late? Too little too late for Casting Couch. Utech's gonna go down, but they already get 3 with that grab. CK30's on the point, already using his heal as Roadhog. It's a 4v3 on the point right now. Valkyrior looking to get some more picks as Splinter and Hook Reset take down 2 of them. And now it's just Valkyrior, and he will go down. So Casting Couch takes point 1 on Volskaya in overtime. But man, they had to wait a very long time and use almost all their utilities. But they have brought almost all of them back, having 2 DPS ultis as well as Utech's Earthshatter. And it looks like 2 members of Bench Life are playing up hella far right now. This could potentially be detrimental to their team. Chromatic's getting caught out. They can potentially take him down, and they do. Utech getting the big pick that is gigantic. And here comes Hook Reset coming in with the Dragon Blade. Utech also Hook Resets for Dragon Blade. Utech going to use Hammer Down, and just like that, Casting Couch is putting a lot of pressure on his Bench Life. But 30 using his Deadeye, not really getting any value out of it. And here they come. And this fight is fizzling out here for Bench Life as Casting Couch continues to put the pressure on. They get the picks quickly. Dub Jump is going to be forced to use his Transcendence on point to try and stall for the rest of his team. But that's going to run out for the rest of his team to get there. And it's just a Zenyatta. He's trying to hide, getting away from Hook Resets. And he's doing a very good job staying alive as TK50 and Checkers get back onto the point. It's anyone's fight as now the majority of Bench Life get back onto the point as Valkyrio lands on a huge slam on 2 of them. Who will win this fight? Casting Couch continues to put the hammer down. As I say that, Utech puts the hammer down. It's anybody's fight here. The grab comes out. Oh! Checkers with the huge res. Dressing 30 with May on the point. He's pocketing 30, but it's not going to matter. Chromatic with the Tracer. Bench Life of Zach and Cody trying to stall this fight out. Checkers trying to get a quick pick. Mercy now healing up TK30 on the Diva. Who will win this fight? It's got to be crucial here. Casting Couch continue to getting picks, but Bench Life continues to stall. It's anybody's point. And Casting Couch finally takes it. I can breathe. Holy shit. I need to breathe.
That was a down and out brawl for that one. They got about 1 tick off the kills. 30 tried to make it to the first point to like defend last moment, and he got picked. And then Chromatic got picked as well, so like that created a huge opening for them to walk in and start that fight. And then it was just the defenders' advantage that they were spawned so close that they were even able to fight that at all. And they tried their damnedest, but some very good ults gave it over to Bench.
And Bench and Casting Couch doing an absolutely fantastic job of coming in after getting the point in overtime on point 1 and doing their best to take that second point, and they do just that. Here we go into overtime. As the overtime rules obviously stand, you have Bench Life of Zach and Cody having absolutely way more time. However, they're going to have to play defense first. If you're the Casting Couch, you have to take this point in at least the first fight, if not the second one. Otherwise, you're going to have to make a solid hold for 5 minutes 11 seconds against a 30 and company who looks absolutely unstoppable.
Right, they definitely. I mean, they're looking so solid right now.
Here we go. Overtime 1 has started. What a way to start the Baddie League week 4. 30's going to be proud of his patented soldier as Bench Life and Casting Couch, pardon my issue there, is taking a page out of 30's book, trying to fight for the high ground. But Utech's taking a little bit too long, and his team's going to get on the high ground before Utech can get there. They're not going to have a shield, but it's not going to matter. TK50 is going to go up, take an attempt, to contest, but fall back down immediately. Running practically a mirror comp here as Splinter is putting down the fire. TK50 going to risk his life and risk that Diva mech. He's going to get a clutch bubble from Chromatic. And now Bench Life is trying to hold that high ground, and they're trying to hold that high ground away from Casting Couch, and they're not doing a very good job of contesting. Seeker's gonna be going back up again. Hook resets to separate from his team, but he's making a little bit of damage in the background. As here comes Val with a huge charge. Gonna put down Albino Joe. 30 gonna take down Hook resets, and 30 is gonna pop that Tac Visor already as he gives that Valkyrie or taking out another one. Splinter gonna get a quick kill, but it's not gonna matter as 30 takes down Splinter. Checkers gets another kill on the board as he takes out Utek. And it's just Spooky Koopa who's gonna get staggered. And when you're looking at this fight, they took over a minute and a half to lose that. They're down to 16 seconds and counting to take this next point. And there has to be a bang play here to take this objective. As bench life of Zach and Cody is gonna come up on 3, 4, almost 5 of their ultimates. As the only one gonna be practicing without a fight, an ultimate this fight is going to be 30. Not gonna matter. Valkyrie are going in hot, trying to make a big play happen, but he's gonna get taken down due to respectless play. Splinter getting the quick kill, and now it's just TK and Chromatic without a shield. Checker's gonna pop Valkyrie, but it's not gonna matter. As Utek gets a big kill after Hook resets and Splinter get kills as well. Utek gonna get the big shatter and the big charge. Here comes 50's ultimate, the self-destruct from the Diva Bomb, but it's not gonna matter. Checker's is gonna revive Chromatic, and that can be problematic as well, as Chromatic is coming back with grab. Albino Joe getting the D-Mac, and it's a 4-man grab onto Casting Couch, but it's not gonna matter. Here comes Hook resets, big dragon play. Valkyrie getting an absolutely gigantic slam, but it's not gonna matter. He's not gonna get any kills with it. Hook resets takes out Checkers. Chromatic trading with Splinter, but Spoopy Koopa and AGS0 and Hook resets are cleaning up the rest.
No way,
bench
not
life.
again.
And overtime number 2 coming in clutch. Now remember, everybody at home, bench Casting Couch is going to have only 30 seconds to take this next point. But with only 30's ultimate attack visor coming online, it could be an easy win for Casting Couch. But they don't really have any ultimates online either besides Earth Shatter and potentially AGS0's Coalescence. We'll see what happens. Valkyrie are going for a big slam, but he's going to be missing. As now he's out of position. This could be a huge pick. Not going to die quite yet. And here comes the visor from 30. As Utek goes for the big slam, but he's not going to get any kills. Splinter D-Max, TK50, TK30 gets the baby need a kill. Spoopy Koopa and AGS0 are trading kills as well. It's a big trade on point, but it's going to be in favor of bench life. Valkyrie is behind, holding the shield. I'm not really fighting on point. As Dub Drum pops the sound barrier. Valkyrie trying to take down Spoopy Koopa before the rest of his team can get there, and he goes down. It's just Hook resets. He's the last one for his team, but here comes Utek. Can he get there in time? No, he cannot. Valkyrie stopping him at the door. And we have 1 point taken in favor of Casting Couch, but will that be enough? Considering they have to hold for 5+ minutes against bench life.
Not looking good. That was both times that they managed to actually get there. It was like last minute. They were fucking brushing up against overtime. Both times they managed to take this first point. And man, 30's team bench is just looking real solid.
Holy shoot. Okay, hey guys. I am...
Take a breather. I got this.
All right, we're gonna let Tree do a little bit of casting as I catch my breath. I'm gonna go a little bit lighter here. Absolutely insane. Bench, Casting Couch coming out big and taking the first point. They have to be big here though, as we're seeing 30 play potentially go out with the Sombra here, and he has been practicing his Sombra. He's been playing a little bit better, and Sombra is a little bit better now in my opinion. But remember, she cannot capture objectives or push payloads while she is invisible, considering invisible goes forever now, as well as her translocator. So we'll see how well that works. Not a lot of health packs to work besides that right side and left side room. We'll see what 30 wants to do here.
Yeah, I like the Sombra pick. What's interesting is that both teams went for it. You see Hook Reset sitting there waiting, getting the scouting on what they're doing and where they're going. And now he's going to drop behind and try and get some picks out.
I'm out of here. Much better.
Get a piece out of there real quick. All right, now they're coming up to the front gate. Let's see if they're going to do the same. Yep, into that left side room. As usual, Utek following them in, and they do pick up Checkers right away. That's a good start for him, but Brink getting traded out for him. Just an absolute slugfest as healers trying to keep everyone up, and Hook Resets finds Valk.
And 30 is going to actually hack Albino Joe on the Moira. Let's see if 30 can pick up any more kills. This is a nice team fight of Bruin, but now it's got to be huge. On point, we have 2 Sombras in play right now. And just so far as Hook resets Spoopy Koopa, I mark my words, it's just Hook resets. And unless Casting Couch wants to risk it for the Trisket, it's going to be a quick take.
No, that's a solid take. They're still going to have a ton of time to push this second point.
And TK is going to get his mech back.
Yep, just getting his mech back. No ults besides Hook resets up. People are coming up on him soon that should actually pop in the middle of this fight. And here comes the rush in.
And Bench Life only has to take 1 tick here. And it's an absolute huge EMP. Gigantic EMP from Hook resets. If that can change the tide of this fight. But 30's in the back line. Hook packing Splinter. And 30's going to get away. He can only get 1 pick. And that is not going to be enough as his entire team. 5-man EMP. Voice crack there. 5-man EMP coming out of the way of Hook resets. Absolutely gigantic. The tree. We're looking at these ultimates. And I'm being honest with you here. We're gonna see the every ultimate in the game except for Valkyrie coming out of the way of Bench Life. It's gonna be a slugfest on point. Let's see how they roll with it.
What we just saw for blue team is about to happen for red team. They have the Sombra, they almost have the slam. They are up above, so they can't get slammed. But if they drop down into it to contest, I fully expect to see the exact same thing happen.
They're using a ground throw step. What they do not see is 30 behind. 30 trying to get the quick hack. And he's going to get the hack onto Albino Joe on the Moira. And now it's an all-up on the heart. 2 picks coming out of the way of Bench Life. And it's going to be a grab for Bench Life as well. AGS0 demacking TK30, but it's not going to matter. Bench Life is absolutely destroying as they got the EMP off on the Rocket Barrage. And Bench Life of Zach and Cody takes game 1.
Definitely not uncontested, but very solid play overall.
As the play of the game goes to 30, and this on the first attack on point 2, his absolute destruction. Make it 1, 2, don't think we're done here, 3, 4 from 30, clicking on them bodies. Absolutely stunning performance from 30 there, and that's kind of what we expected going into this game, going into this matchup. We knew that 30 was going to be a big problem. He had a big week last week, and it was going to take a lot for Casting Couch to come out and derail them. But I gotta say, Tree, even though Casting Couch goes down quickly in an 0-1, like you said, they gave it their all. And at some point, we gotta say, in these next 2 maps, does Casting Couch have a good chance of taking at least a game, maybe not even both?
I think they do. I think a lot of that was... Not a lot of that. Some part of that was definitely from it being 2-point, right? And Bench just had a better handle on how to push that first point. Both of them were very quick to get to the second one, but that first point was held a lot longer by Bench and taken a lot quicker by them.
Absolutely. Now we're going to go...
Once that's taken away here on Li Jiang with the central point, we'll see if that holds up.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see a lot of... and this is, and personally speaking, I think this plays a lot better in Li Jiang Tower, especially King of the Hill maps. I think they play a lot more into what Bench Life is trying to do. On different maps, like King of the Hill and Payload and stuff, you get a lot of areas of the map where 30 as a definite hit scan player on both Widow, McCree. We saw his Sombra and his Soldier. He gets high ground. He's able to put damage down range and absolutely destroy his opponents. But now, with, like you said, Tree, a more centralized point, you almost got to think 30's got to be in the mix. And if UTech is on that Reinhardt, I mean, he's going to obviously get hit by some hammers at some point. This is going to be a very good map here, especially with this open control point. We'll see how this works out. As we have red team going to be on again. Bench Life is going to be running their standard comp that they've been running. Checkers on the Mercy. You got 30 on the McCree. They're going to put TK30 rather than on the Reaper. They're going to put him on a Roadhog to give him a little bit more of a health pool, and we might see Dub Drum on the Doomfist. Then swinging over to the blue team, we have AJS0 was on the brig, gonna hop off the brig as Cal goes on the brig, and we officially second map of game 1. We have Goats, ladies and gentlemen, on Li Jiang Tower.
Oh yeah,
coming out of the way of Casting Couch.
Goats coming in, obviously a great team fighting team. Just try and pick out their Rhine and pick them apart afterwards. Now they're coming in.
Switch off the McCree and go onto the Tracer to be more of a backline character. As Valkyrie is already going to get a quick pick on Albino Joe, and so does TK13 on hook resets. The Ghost is falling apart quickly. 30 getting the quick pick on UTech. Kubi trying to make something happen here, but he's getting fucked up by Dub Drum's Doomfist. As I say that, Kubi picks up 2, but it's not going to be enough as 30 hits a 6 stick. And it's just Kubi Koopa as the baby on point, and that is going to be the first objective taken by Bench Life as Dub Drum's Doomfist. Zed, make sure you're on the Dub Drum Doomfist right now. This is important. This is absolutely important gameplay we're watching right here. Dub Drum, a real American hero, getting a chance to play Doomfist with a single healer on Checkers. We'll see how that works out. Splitter gonna go for a big shadow, but he's only gonna find Chromatic in it. That could prove to be something costly, as Dub Drum is doing some more damage. It's a 2-for-1 here in favor of Casting Couch. Checker's gonna get the quick res on Chromatic, and Checker's gonna go down himself by hook resets, doing the damage there. UTech gonna take down Dub Drum. And TK50 was using his ultimate, using the whole hog, but he's getting stunned out of it, but it doesn't matter, as UTech getting a bunch of points. But Casting Couch is not fighting on the objective. They have so many picks at their disposal, but they're letting Bench Life get so much free tick charge here. As they finally make their way onto the point, Valkyrie are going for a big charge, but not going to connect. And Checker's being forced to back away as Dub Drum decides to launch in with the Meteor Strike here. Meaning hook resets halfway. And Bench Life has enough of their team here to fight this. But as I say that, they get grabbed by UTech as Dub Drum goes down from AG at 0. And that's going to be a 1 fight in favor of Casting Couch.
Yeah, great pushback after there. Like you said, they were a little slow to actually push towards the point. They had basically won the fight, but they hadn't gone to the point, and they gave them probably 5 to 10% for free there. But the fight that ensued afterwards, they definitely won it, and now they're tying it up, it looks like.
And it looks like they're going to put Dub Drum back onto his Lucio roll. 30 going to stay on the Tracer as he almost has Pulse Bomb. And they're going to start running the Pharmacy. Ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes on UTech as he has high energy and can get his grab very quickly. But as I say that, Valkyrie, mark my words, I'm sorry, Master Splinter going to use his ultimate there as he's inside the Graviton from Chromatic. And Bench Life still has a lot of LTs as they're getting a bunch of picks on point. And they're going to be able to take this point for absolutely free. UTech going to try and stay alive and keep that high charge. But he's got to spend off 30 and TK13, and that's not going to work out for him. As Bench Life really only used their Graviton Surge there to take that objective. And now we're going to have to see some desperate moves coming out of Casting Couch. By the time they fully reset, they're going to have roughly maybe a fight to take this point back, ready to kiss this first half goodbye.
Yep, and here's their attempt. They're coming out. So you got 30 harassing them on the side. And Brick tried to stun him out and get that pick, but not working.
DK13 putting in a lot of damage, being separated by his team. They only have a hit scan. As Kubi Koopa gonna put in that ultimate, try and get some kills up. Albino Joe gonna get a pick on Valkyrie, or TK13 gonna take on Kubi Koopa. Checkers is gonna revive Valkyrie, or now it's a 65. Val gonna get a big slam on point, but he's not gonna get any help. He's gonna actually commit suicide, but TK13 gets a big pick. UTech popping another gigantic grab on point as we have 2 sound barriers, but no picks are coming out in the way of Casting Couch. Can they find a pick here? Not entirely sure. Master Splitter gonna get a big slam, gonna take down Checkers, and there's a lot of low health bars on the squishies of Bench Life, but they're not going down. So mark my words, here they come. Valkyrie are gonna get charged by Splinter, but he's gonna get bopped out of it. And it looks like Casting Couch will live to fight another day as they take this objective. But Bench Life needs one more fight, and they will essentially win this point.
A late pick from resets onto 30 buys them some extra time here. We got that group up, but at this point they have hold it the whole time. If they get wiped here, it is over. And a grab picking up 3 of them. Moira trying to keep them alive. Justice from above gets taken out. Doesn't get anybody. That's 2 down for Bench now. 3. 1 gets rezzed up, but they are not in a good spot going into this. And that's another falling out.
Casting Couch are doing an absolutely amazing job. He's going to go on to the point, but he's going to get stunned out by hook resets. And I do believe that unless Valkyrie can come touch the point, that's going to be all she wrote. But Valkyrie is getting close. He's trying to touch, and he is going to make contact with the point. Valkyrie gives Bench Life a chance, but a big grab on the side door from UTech is going to hold off the advances of Bench Life, and like that, Casting Couch takes .1 of Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, there was a lot going on in that game. Both teams had it twice for about 50% each time. We'll see if we see any big changes coming out here based on map. I see TK Thrifty hovering that Reaper he likes to play.
Trying to let my voice cool down a little bit if you can't tell.
Yeah, no problem, dude. Get
to let
a drink of
breathe.
water.
I got plenty of agua.
30 switching off of that Tracer. Apparently he didn't like the hook resets on Brig, harassing him and chasing him down after those fights. So we're seeing some swap outs. Much closer range combatants coming out here. And we should have a brawl here in the side room. Oh, and a good slam in picks them up, but not going to be able to take anyone out. As Splinter and Valk slam each other until both of them are dead. And now Dum-Dum actually gets picked up on the backline from D.Va, and she gets frozen, but is able to make it out of there. Blue team here has the advantage. They have actually the point to fight on, and they are going to cap it before Bench can even get in.
Now now we do see Casting Couch running goats yet again, trying to take that back with his strategy. You have 30 on the main, not really a character you see coming out of him often, but you do see TK30 on his patented Reaper. We'll see how that works out for him. But Bench Life has a lot of low health bars, and they're going to lose Dub Drum in the process. It's not looking good. As Valkyrio gets a big slam, and we'll see if they can do anything in his absence as he goes down. TK30 going to go for a big spin to win, getting 1 and 2, as well as a big grab coming out. Bench Life putting absolutely everything in the kitchen sink into this fight, as they're going to take a team kill at 35%, taking down Casting Couch. But like I said, using almost every ult they had, but they are building them back fast. They will have Transcendence and Slam, as well as 30's Blizzard for this next objective fight.
And it looked like they needed all of the ults too. Like, I don't think they won that fight without all 3 of those ults. Hammer Down not getting too much on there, but a big freeze. It's going to basically give that fight to Bench.
And Checkers is going to use her res a little bit early here to get 30 back up. Going to essentially wait another 30 seconds to get another big res onto the objective. But Tree, Bench is looking good, and 30 is not even playing a dedicated hit scan character right now. Absolutely insane, as we see Casting Couch going to take the left side room, but they're going to get cut off a little bit by 30. By 30's wall. Small bit, not a lot. Now Kira going to take down Andy Utek. And now we have a big grab from Chromatic. Going to wipe essentially the entire team except Spoopy Koopa, who's going to get taken out of D-Max and going to be babied and going to be forced to jump off the map. Essentially another team kill in favor of Bench Life. And if you look, Tree, every single one of them is on fire except for 30.
Their ult usage is so good right now.
30 getting a big block off.
I expect we're going to see his spin to win coming. Yep, right here in the back line. Only getting one with the help of Valk there.
And a big wall by May to block, by 30 to block off that self-destruct, as Drum had the Transcendence and the Graviton Surge. And now 30's going to get up 2 of them with the Blizzard. But Splinter's going to come in, going to take down Checkers. This could be the opening that Casting Couch needs. He's going to take down Dub Drum as well. Casting Couch has to take the fight now.
The back cap.
HGS0's in the back cap. Bench Life has no healers. TK3's coming in now, and we'll see how this works out for him. HGS0 on the point. Utek is now there. Albino Joe. Chromatic getting another big grab as they take down both Albino Joe and Utek. Res coming in hot for TK30. Hook resets taking out 30. But it looks like it might be too little too late. I speak too soon. Valkyrio taking him down. Sorry, Valkyrio, his team was already winning the fight. And Spoopy Koopa in the Baby Divas, all that's left. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a map 3 on its way.
That was a great forward hold from Bench there. Like, they were rotating their ults perfectly. On the first push in there, I thought TK Thrifty was going to drop his Reaper ult, but he held it and they didn't end up needing it. That was just really good ult usage. Also, that very last fight on the point there, that was the most anime shit I've ever seen. Both Reinhardts slammed at exactly the same time and basically canceled each other out. Apologies to Destructive Dude's team. He won't be able to make any callouts. His voice is absolutely trash.
I'm completely dead, boys. All right, we got map 3. This was a tactical play by Heron. He wanted me to shot call, so he wanted me to cast, so I couldn't shot call for my team. No matter, we have the 3rd point here on Lijiang Tower. And both teams have looked really strong so far. We're not going to see a ghost lineup coming out of the way of casting out. It's going to be more of their traditional roles here. As UTEC's going to go down first from 30 on the Junkrat. TK is going to get the environmental kill, on AGS0.
Yep, with Pharah being so strong on this map, no surprise to see both teams running it. And Bench actually opting to use both spammers here, Junkrat and Pharah, just throwing out projectiles all day. But we do still see hook resets on that Genji, looking to get into that backline and cause some havoc. They're lining up on the left side here for Casting Couch, because they don't want to mess with that bridge on the right anymore, it looks like. But that doesn't mean it's going to be easier, it just means you have a different problem to deal with.
Yeah, both teams, Bench is throwing a lot of spam damage at the way, and UTEC is going to get separated from his team. Hook resets in on the point as well, trying to get out, going to use his deep like AGS0 is going to get a good pick, but it's not going to matter. It is a 3-for-1 trade, make it 4-for-1, and just like that, Bench Life taking another convincing fight, trying to stagger Spoopy Coop and AGS0, and they do just that. Chromatic in, quick pick on Spoop on AGS0. Spoopy Coop trying to get back checkers, trying to be cheeky checkers. Looking for another kill as Mercy, but Spoopy Coop says not today. The Kempe Matumbo finger wag and puts up the shield.
Yeah, now they got 5 ults waiting for him, and here comes the Tire early, looking for that early pick so they don't have to bother wasting any other ults if he can get 1 or 2 people with this.
And
does pick up UTEC.
30's going to take down UTEC, and just like that, it stalls even more now. And you're looking at this fight, it's going to be roughly 75 to 80% before UTEC can even regroup with his team. It's now or never for this point on Lijiang Tower. For Casting Couch, but ult economy is 100% in favor of Bench Life with 4 ulties on tap and Chromatic able to get that Graviton whenever he wants to. We're at 85% and counting. It's now or never for Bench Life. Splinter and TK having a power fight in the air. Splinter opting to not fight and using the elemental ground around him, but it could prove to be awful as he's going straight in for the ultimate. He's going to get 1, but TK is going to pick up that quick kill. AGS0 popping the Transcendence. Now Fury not getting very many kills, but it doesn't matter. TK is getting 1, 2 with the barrage, 1 with his single shots. And Valkyrie going to pick up the rest as well as 30 and Chromatic, and that is going to be it. A 99, marking 100-0 skunk on the 3rd point of Lijiang Tower. And Bench Life of Zach and Cody going to take that W.
Bench picking it up after that first map. Definitely come, like...
Happy birthday, Val.
Happy birthday, Val. Gets to play the game. This is going to be the big slam after the charge. Oh man, just so many people down, and then he just gets 3 swings into the whole team. Tons of damage.
That's it. Listen, I'm not... Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back home. That's a Destructive Dude level slam. Congratulations, Valkyria. You're our play of the game. So, Tree, I gotta say, we said it in the first map, and I'll say it again in the second map. Casting Couch looks to be good, and they look to have potentially the answer to Bench Life. But when you're looking at the second map, I mean, let's be honest, 30 wasn't even playing hit scan heroes, and they still were like 30 was playing Tracer, and he was playing Mei, and he played Junkrat on that last point. If you're Bench Life, who do you got to focus in these fights to at least give yourself a chance to win these objectives?
Man, I've seen so many fights, more so on the first map, but he still manages to find a way where 30 just has complete freedom, where like if you watch from his point of view, and he's just super calmly taking his shots and has tons of time to deal with it, and Hook Resets is trying to get back there and pressure him with these backline picks, but his team is too quick to react and help him out.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy at this point. If Bench Life of Zach and Cody can walk out of here with a 3-0, and if Mad Cow Disease does not 3-0, 3 Dans, 1 Cup, Bench Life will be on top of the world. But we still have one more map before that is determined, and that is Junkertown. Famous for everyone's favorite pirate ship comp. This is the first time we are playing Junkertown all season. We'll see if anybody runs it, as Bench Life is going to start on attacking first. And let's just take a moment here and look at Casting Couch. Obviously, we know how good UTech is. We know how good Hook Resets is. For the rest of the team, AGS 0, Swoopy Koopa, Albino Joe, especially AGS 0 and Albino Joe, two of their bigger name players were mostly known both for their Mercy plays. If you're both of those guys, what supports do they have to play to bring out here to give their DPS more of a chance to win these fights? Because at this point, not only are you trying to out DPS 30, but you're also trying to DPS Chromatic on the Zarya, trying to out DPS Valkyrior on the Reinhardt. It's just a big DPS battle. What do these supports have to do to give their DPS a chance in these fights?
This first point, I don't know how much they're going to be able to do because they don't have much to get through these shields. Oh, they did switch off. Okay, so that was assuming that they were going to take that Bastion, but TK50 does switch off of it actually, opting to go with Widow Farah here.
And this is where we get to see 30's patented Widow make her play. We do have some good comps coming out of both of these teams. We're seeing Orisa for the first time tonight by way of UTech, as well as Ana by way of Doug Drum. We'll see how this works out for Bench Life, as they're just going to continuously steamroll around the first corner very easily. We have, remember, we do have Hook Resets in the back. He's going to hack Chromatic, and now the Zarya is hacked. This could be the opening that Casting Couch needs, but they're not really doing a lot of damage, not providing a lot of support, as TK50 is essentially alone in the area. He's gonna pop his Rocket Barrage early, but not getting any kills. Instead, he gets taken down. Checkers is gonna revive him. Hook Reset's getting taken down by 30, and 30 is already gonna pop walls. Valkyrie are getting a pick as well, and all of Casting Couch is stuck in the Mega Health Pack room. And here comes Albino Joe with the Coalescence, but it doesn't matter, as my partner says, a huge slam from Valkyrie, and that could essentially take the first point right away. And Bench Life is looking like a well-oiled machine early. And they're going to take the first point. Helk Resets was thinking about it. Still invisible. Trying to take down Mercy as quick as possible. Not going to be able to do it. Going right back to spawn. We'll see what happens here. 5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah,
and
now
Casting
we've
Couch
got
has figured out.
Casting Couch set up on top, as is pretty usual on this one. I'm not sure. I'm not a huge fan of them not having something to break through that shield, though. They obviously are looking for Hook Resets to do that for them, to hack the Reinhardt from behind and get that shield down. But
big pick by UTech. You're right. They don't really have a whole lot here. So they're going to pop both Visor and EMP here. Big ult combination. As Splinter and UTech are going to get a couple picks. That's going to delay the charge here. But Valkyrior, they're going to get a shoulder charge. AGS 0 gets bumped out of it. Okay, here we go. Casting Couch is going to be able to get a fight win here, and we're already seeing some changes in terms of their tank, as UTech going to switch over to the Winston. And 30's going to go quick split on Splinter. And Chromatic's going to use this Graviton Surge outside, and that's only going to connect with UTech. Questionable play call here, but they are up 4-2, and this is going to be the opportunity that Bench Life needs. I'm sorry for doubting you, Chromatic. Please do not hate me as they continue to ride this train. Swoopy was out of nowhere, and they're completely overwhelmed. As a questionable play on my end, casting it by Chromatic on the Graviton Surge. He says, big ol' F-U, struck the dude, taking it to him.
Yeah, they got
Life might take this point without being contested once.
And another hammer down coming in that side hallway, just trying to keep people away from the point. They do already have UTech in here, and actually two in here on the back end, and they're just harassing them and trying to keep that card from moving while the rest of their team can group up. Gonna pop that ult and start slamming people around. And it looks like they might be able to take this fight. Still fairly even. TK50 in the air, but now getting pressured down. UTech finds Chromatic in the side room, as Valk is just swinging away, trying to get Swoopy Koopa off the point. And he's going to get nanoed, and now the big slams are coming in on those little squishies.
Yeah, Doug Drum doing the right thing there. Knowing he's going to go down, but knowing this fight is winnable with Valkyrior alive and well. But 30 is going to get left on point by himself as he gets hacked. And 30 is going to get killed, as well as Valkyrie is going to get staggered. And that, honestly, even though the payload got pushed super far, that's a big win for Casting Couch to kind of reset, put a quick timer down, and be like, listen, guys, we have the ulties here. It's a 5 on 4, 5 on 3 ulti here. 4 ulti, I can't count. Oh, it's practically anyone's fight here. With a big
And a big hack.
Big EMP as Splinter and Hook Resets are going to use their ultimate. And that's going to be absolutely gigantic here, as that's going to be a team kill. Team kill. Team kill. I was waiting for it. Team kill. Way to go. 30
Yeah,
level
great hack dropping down from above there, picking up I think 4 or 5 people and EMPing them. Hook Reset's definitely on top of those, and they need them to drop all those shields and stuff. But they're already grouped up, pushing it back in. They got 5 ults ready for their side, so they're ready to give it right back to Casting Couch.
Here comes UTech coming in hot with the Angry Monkey. Adrius Hero's going to go down. That's going to be huge because he did have Valve. He did have Transcendence. And that's going to be a big old something. I missed the ulti. Doesn't matter. 30 is popping visor switch. Shooting on point. Trying to kill Albino Joe. As well as Hook Reset. It's going to be old swinger ding ding dong around. And it's going to be a big fight on point. But all of Casting Couch is going to go down essentially. Besides AGS 0, who's coming back from spawn. And Hook Resets, who's still out there. No ulti. Doesn't matter. Big stagger on Hook Resets. And that's point 2 for Bench Life. And they're looking strong. And they're surging as they continue to push forward here. And we're looking at Casting Couch. They need a big play potential. But Tree, I don't know who their big play player is. You look at especially on the other side. You have 30, obviously. Chromatic's doing impressive, playing impressively well. Valkyrio is out of his mind. And the TK 30, they'll leave him out and make the he gets the quick pick on UTech. And this could be even more push, as Casting Couch is essentially giving up the corner and more for free, as they just lose UTech, not putting any pressure, and Splinter not even looking in the way of TK50, who doesn't even have his mercy pocket.
Yeah, it's definitely feeling like they're only winning fights here when Resets has that big hack. And the hacks are super impactful, but it feels like they can't pick up a W in between them. And here comes up another one. And they wipe them.
And they are going to wipe gigantic 4-man Diva Bomb. But ladies and gentlemen, you might be asking why I'm not amped. And that is because Casting Couch used every ult except for UTech's. And if you are Bench Life, you are thinking that is a massive W because you can essentially win this next fight for free. It's got to be big. The meta fight is going to have to be huge in way of Casting Couch. And they don't start off strong as Dubdrum getting a quick pick onto Hook Resets. 30 switching over to the Hanzo, get a quick pick on Splinter. And Casting Couch is separated. Albino Joe and UTech on the carpet themselves. The rest of the team separated towards spawn. TK50 picking up AGS 0. Going to D-Mac Koopa Koopa. Checkers getting the D-Mac, getting the kill on Albino Joe. TK50 getting Checkers 2 there. And just like that, UTech's going to have to pop his Angry Monkey to try and stall this point out. But I don't know if it's going to be enough. Dubdrum gets another pick on a Master Splitter.
Yeah, UTech just using that monkey ult just to stall the point for his team to all get back up and back into it. But this is getting real sketchy. A good hammer down gonna allow them to pick up both of those supports there. And now we're in the desperation phase of trying to hold this, and they're just getting picked one by one. Grab?
Absolutely Slaughterfest. Chromatic launching the grab somewhere. Didn't quite see where it landed.
I think it got eaten.
It might have gotten eaten by Spoopy Koopa. The Dragon Strike is going to come out from 30. And Bench Life is just whittling down the defenses of Casting Couch. But Casting Couch getting staggered to the point where they can consistently fight. But it's not going to be enough now, as Bench Life is going to take all 3 objectives on Junkertown. And you send it yourself, Tree. Casting Couch could really only win team fights when Hook Resets had the massive 6-man hack. Especially towards the end there, when it may have been a miscommunication. But Casting Couch dumped all 5 of their active ultimates into one team fight with still a minute and a half plus on the clock. I don't know if that's a miscommunication or what, but that could arguably have cost them the map right there, as Bench Life was able to just roll over them once they all grouped back up and was able to take 3rd point.
Yeah, definitely. That Sombra ult is all that saved them in any of those fights. Like, the fights that they definitively won were because of Sombra ult. And in between that, they just got pushed over. Now with us switching over, let's see if they can push this faster on attack than, or sorry, if they can do better on the opposite side. Only 7 seconds left on that push, so it's not like it was bad by any means.
Absolutely not, but like I said, potentially game-winning. Potentially, that 7.2 seconds is the difference if you hold those ultimates, but you cannot dwell on the pass. Bench Life has the opportunity here to take home the W on this map as well, but Casting Couch could do the same. We're going to see a very similar comp here from Casting Couch on the attacking side. It looks like they are going to go hard with the sniper combo, as they're going to use Widow on this map to potentially get some big plays. 30 going back on to the McCree here. And standard tank play, you know, we talk a lot about 30 and his big playability and the DBS playability on a lot of these teams. But Valkyrio and Chromatic, good tank combo, especially with Chromatic being a little bit rusty. His Zarya is insane, and they don't really switch up their combinations at all on tank-wise. So we'll see how well this works out for him. We're going to keep a lot of eyes on Splinter here, as he's going to try and get quick picks, but Valkyrio are using his shield effectively. We'll see if he's able to get anything. Rotating the shield well. Try and get a quick pick as Splinter, as Hook resets also goes in as the Genji.
Yeah, but 30 was well aware of him and picked him up real quick, so now they're already down 5-6 on this sort of choke point underneath the bridge, and they're actually just backing up right away.
Yeah, Casting Couch trying to take the smart option here and back out of the fight. A lot of low health bars, but it's not going to matter as Bench Life holds first point, or first fight rather. And we're looking at this, and I don't know much about Master Splinter. I said he's a really good League of Legends player, but I know for a fact based on this, maybe he should switch off that Widowmaker, just because I don't know if this is the time to whip out this new stuff here. I mark my words, that's a absolutely gigantic pick. I'm eating my own feet right now as Hook resets, takes down 30. Okay, hang on, ladies and gentlemen, this is an actual fight. We're getting big picks. AGS 0, Hook resets faster, Splinter getting big picks on the point. It's gonna be huge for Casting Couch.
And Chromatic getting harassed back into that room. He's not able to get out. It looks like this might be a pretty far push. I don't think Bench is going to be able. Bench only has 3 up. They might be able to group up in time to defend this if they don't get picked out here. But Valk is going to get picked out there. And now they're just at a disadvantage until this point is over.
Yeah, Master Splinter must have heard me. But as I say that, he had 30 on his own Widowmaker. And now we have a Widow v Widow matchup. Who will see? Checker's gonna get the res on Dove Jump. Albino Joe getting the res on AGS 0. Spoopy Koopa gonna dagger heavily on TK30. But the point hasn't been fully pushed yet. I thought they'd already captured the objective. And maybe Casting Couch thought the same. But they have not taken point 1 yet, ladies and gentlemen. But Hook resets finding 2 with the Dragon Blade. Valkyrio getting 2 with the big slam. They're not gonna fully take down anybody as He goes down. Chromatic is looking to go down as well. So is Checkers. But again, the ultimate usage from Casting Couch. AGS 0 popping a very unnecessary Transcendence. Could come back to haunt them, but for now, it's a win for Casting Couch.
Yeah, not a bad first push. They're still working their way forward. It's going to be under this bridge that we'll see these ults start getting used. Widowmaker sight coming out early. 30 rocketing himself?
He might have accidentally rocketed himself on a big target. He was fighting Andy U-Tech on as the monkey is. 2-for-1 combo deal. No fries included. And in favor of Casting Couch. Spoopy Koopa is also going to go down as he loses the milk. It's a 4v4 on point here, but no tanks for Casting Couch. Valkyrio is discorded. It could be big here. Hook resets going to finish that kill off. But now we have 30 back on the high ground on top of that bridge, laying down the work. Hook resets coming with a big blade. Gets 1 swipe on 30, making a double swipe. Bang, bang, play. Brute Ninja coming in hot. So Hook resets as he's laying it down with the Genji plays.
Yeah, and good lord, that ult gonna secure that push for him. Sorry, and I don't think they're gonna be able to make it in time. Valk's still looking for it on the right side here. No, all right, it does look like they're gonna give it.
Yeah, they are going to give that point up. Smart move not to risk any more staggers and give up more card percentage than they already have given up. So we'll see how Bench Life transitions. And right now, Casting Couch is taking this a lot faster than Bench Life was. So we'll see if that translates into some potential overtime situations. We'll see what happens. UTech going in hot, trying to get the picks on the side. But he's going to get flashbang, but it doesn't matter. As we have Valkyrie pops from Albino Joe, and UTech is going to knock back both Checkers and 30 with the big monkey mode. But 3T50 is going to find a quick pick on AGN0. Looks like Albino Joe's going to get that hot resurrection, and he will. TK30 going Beyblade, not connecting with anyone, but Dunk and Chromatic are going to get 2 picks. Here comes the high news from 30. It's a 3v3, 3-on-3 action. Who will come out winning? And Bench Life taking the fight as they get more picks here. They're playing up close, but it doesn't matter. Boom.
You have ult advantage coming in for Casting Couch here, as we have 30 and Splitter fighting it out with those hit scans at this sort of mid-range.
Goofy Koopa going in for the big ultimate here. Gonna find Chromatic. That is a big pick, but 30 is gonna take down Hook Resets with the flashbang headshot combo. Albino Joe gonna give a hot res. We'll see how this works out. Hook Resets coming in hot with the Dragon Blade, but he is gonna get thrown into the Graviton Surge. But IDS0 using a big Valk here, or a big Transcendence, mark my words. But it doesn't matter, as Bench Life is getting a massive amount of picks, and that time bank advantage that Casting Couch once had is slowly dwindling as the last 2 fights they have lost, using almost everything they had in the resource bank in terms of ultimate abilities.
Yeah, they blew a lot on that, which means if that's what it's going to take to get this push in, it's going to be a bit until we get to see another real push, but hopefully they can get in here and just with better play and not have to use those ults as a crutch.
And Valkyrie are trying to be a sneaky Reinhardt and get the big charge. I like that play. That's something I use myself. He's not going to get a big charge, but 30 gets a good play on Splinter. And Chromatic is going to pick up Albino Joe. 2 big picks already in favor of Bench Life. But 50 is going to lose his mech suit. That could be big, but Chromatic is absolutely on fire. And like I said before, look at the 2 big players for Bench Life. Chromatic 30 on fire most of this game. We're down to less than 2 minutes for Bench Life to take this game into overtime and potentially not get 3-0'd here. But they've only, like we said, been getting big fights when they have all the ultimates available. And they only have Valkyrie and Monkey Rage.
Yep, Monkey going in first, and we do have the dive going on as High Noon comes in the back. Doesn't pick anybody.
That's a big push for the High Noon. UTech did a big play right there, getting his 30 out of the way. And he's also going to pick up 30. That's a big pick for Casting Couch. They got to pick up on it. But Dogdrum is going to solo TK, or solo Goofy Koopa. And even with 30 going down, Bench Life sticking in this fight, making big plays. But do not count out Casting Couch. The camera has not run out of battery yet. But just as I say that, 30 and Dogdrum coming in hot.
And Splinter's the last one left alive on his team. He's going to run and try not to get staggered here. They do have 1 minute left, so that's going to be one more push. They've got one more attempt at this, and they do have a couple ults sitting there, but so does Bench Life.
Big ults coming out of Bench Life. Everyone on that team working cohesively. And that was the fight that Casting Couch tried to win. But TK30 could be making a big oops here. This could actually be huge. Miscommunication. He's going to get super staggered. And now the Valkyrie is up as well. This could be big. They're running triple tank. They got to go in with a big Graviton Surge from Chromatic. I can't get the story. No kills from the Graviton. This has got to be given. Dogdrum down. Valkyrie being massive amount of damage, getting 2 bigs. 30 getting a big as well. And they... I don't know what to say.
I think that's it. Like, there's no way they make it in time. Oh, they do have a D.Va sitting there. They're gonna rush for it, but I don't think they make it back to that cart.
This could be the end, but
here comes Koopa with the ult, trying to make an opening.
Goofy Koopa's gonna throw his ult out point and be able to touch. He's not gonna be able to. He's gonna be teabagged and not get back in. No resets, getting 1 pick, but it's not gonna be enough. It's just Andy UTech on the objective as Big Monkey with less than half HP, and they're gonna go down. And ladies and gentlemen, Bench Life back in Cody, 3-0.
Solid gameplay all night for them, especially with when to use their ults. We saw a lot throughout the night. Just good ult usage. Spoopy Koopa coming in big. I assume this is going to be one of his big ults. Ah, this is the Sombra one. Sombra hack as it's going in. That's going to pick up 4.
What a gigantic D.Va play of the game. And I'm pretty sure 4 of the members of Bench Life would be on the bench if they were playing for All Dab No Blab. Shout out to Freefy. Please, but Tree, they had the fight to win there. They got rid of TK50 early based on the bad positioning, but they couldn't capitalize. What a game. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out. For my partner, TK Thrifty, I'm Destructive Dude. Get ready for game 2.
Can we get an F in chat for Destructive Dude's voice?
F in chat for Destructive Dude's voice. My game is game 3. But coming up next, big matchup. Is this the turning point that Walmy maybe needs? Find out as they go against Free Pie. It's Walmy Maybe. All Dab No Blab. Game 2 coming up next.